Hi, Peter. Looked like Kimi and Lewis were driving much longer corners throughout testing. Wide entries, long corners. Keen to hear your thoughts. You know what? I think you're absolutely right. I watched a bit of Lewis and I thought, what is he doing? And he wasn't really doing it, was he? He was just driving normal corners. I wonder whether he just thinks, well, that's the only way I'm going to drive now. I've done it for so long, last 2 or 3 years at Merck. I've got to do that. But I think we'll see some changes as it develops. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I noticed the same thing. I didn't actually watch Kimi, so I can't say. But if Kimi's doing that too, then that could well be a sign that they've told him to look at George Russell's telemetry and copy George, which I think will be a massive mistake, just as I think it's a mistake if Oscar's trying to drive like Lando now. And, you know, they're probably saying to him, well, you know, all that incident at Monza when you're on the soft tires, you're locked up, you know, you braked much too late, you need to get your act together. You know. But the way to do that isn't to drive like George Russell, because he's not a George Russell driver, and I hope they're not doing it. But anyway, going back to Lewis, it was a bit of a conundrum to me, that. And I'm just basically saying to myself, well, it was only testing, so we'll, you know, reserve judgment, I think, until we see what Lewis actually does in the car when he's right on the limit. But, you know, there's an argument. I can kind of understand that if Lewis is trying to find his way into the Ferrari and he's driven like that, more or less, for the last 2 years against his better instincts, that he's going to do that in the first day or two in the Ferrari, is he not? Before he really starts to think, right, I can be Lewis Hamilton again. He's just going to see what the direct comparison's like. He's going to still do what he's done, and then he's going to progress from there. If he doesn't, I'll be shocked. And we'll talk about that from the Australian Grand Prix onwards. But yeah, very strange. Thanks for that question.